Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Fridays ski industry news videos. I'm just now remembering that we skipped last week.
Yep.
I don't remember why. I think just busy going into the holiday weekend.
Yeah. We were pulled in different directions.
Yes, many different directions. And we're heading into another holiday weekend, so a little bit early, but Happy New Year to everybody. We just put out that Candide review yesterday. No, sorry, this morning.
This morning.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. We're still somewhat left in the dark, which is weird. Like, we don't really know when the skis are going to arrive, but I can only hope that they're going to arrive soon, and if people want to buy them, they can buy them.
Do you think the video will at least move the conversation towards, hey, they'll be here next week, or don't know?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what to think anymore, Bob. I just hope we get them soon.
Yeah.
And it's a super unique ski. It was a really interesting assessment experience for me.
Yeah, and as we talked about before, the difference between an athlete having the line, the company.
He has, right.
As opposed
Full
to your
control.
name on the ski.
Totally.
Is very interesting.
Right. So there's no one, well, maybe there is, but I'm sure, I would assume Candide has the final say. I was going to say there's no one saying, well, you can't do that because we need this in order to sell this many units or whatever. So, yeah, it is cool.
Can you imagine saying no? Being on the design team or whatever and being like, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
To Candide?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can imagine that. That would be uncomfortable at best.
Yeah.
So, check that out. We also did a how to choose a complete ski package video this week, which I actually really enjoyed putting together. I thought that was super fun going through all those products. And I would venture a guess that many of you watching these Top 5 Fridays videos aren't shopping in packages, but it would mean a lot to us if you have a friend or family member that maybe they're new to the sport, and maybe that's really, really good information for them. If you want to share the video, that would be awesome.
At the very worst, it's a good place to start, whether you end up ultimately buying something, or it just gives you ideas to the right stuff. Great.
I'm not asking them to buy anything from us. I just want them to share the video. I think there's some good information in there. And with that, I think we can get right into the news, unless, Bob, you have anything else that you want to talk about.
I do not.
Okay. So, first topic of the week, we have our FIS World Cup recap. Some of these things, just happened, 6 hours ago? 7? I don't remember. But Michaela Schifrin picked up 2 wins in Austria, the second of which came very recently, like I was just saying. In the slalom, which was the more recent, Michaela, did you know this? Have you been paying attention to social media today?
Not today.
Michaela Schifrin won a slalom race by 2.34 seconds.
What is that, a lot?
It's a lot, yeah. Which is wild. That was her 94th career World Cup win. Now, it is important to point out and note that Paula Moltzen was nipping at her heels and unfortunately just skied out right before the finish. But was potentially could have won and was almost definitely going to snag second if she didn't win.
I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You got to finish the race.
No, I understand. Yeah. I'm just saying these U.S. women are very impressive. And then Michaela also won the giant slalom. AJ Hurt was 11th, and Paula Moltzen was 16th in that race. The men were in Italy for some speed races in the downhill Wiley Maple.
Great ski name. I saw that in the write-up. I'm like, that's...
Totally.
That's out of the Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Of, great ski names.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Unbelievable.
Hopefully he's from, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Quebec, some of these maple-producing states.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, you are now. Sorry, Wiley.
An honorary member.
Yeah, sure. You have honorary Vermont. I'll call Phil Scott and we'll get that.
Yeah.
We'll get that written up for you real quick. But anyways, Wiley Maple was 12th. Jared Goldberg was 27th. Ryan Cochran-Siegel was 31st, and Bob, this is maybe indicative of his success. I don't even write his name down anymore.
Yeah, the RCS.
Yeah.
Goes without saying.
Yep. It also reminds me of being a high school Nordic ski racer on my Fisher RCS skate skis.
Yeah. Good memories.
Tidbit of information. And then in the Super G, Jared was 18th. RCS was 19th, Sam Morse was 26th, and Kyle Negomir was 27th. I never know if I'm pronouncing his last name 100% correctly.
That sounds correct.
Perfect. And that's it.
Nice.
So a lot of some great results from the U.S., both the men and the women this year, which is really cool to see. And then this one's pretty interesting. I don't think we need to spend too much time on it. Aspen Skiing Company has sued British skiwear designer Perfect Moment. I feel like I wrote down the wrong thing.
I think it's Moment.
Perfect Moment.
Yeah.
Okay. I was really paying attention to your daughter drawing and going really fast, so I could be completely wrong here. But I had never heard of that brand, probably because I'm vastly far away from their target market, I would assume.
You're going to start getting ads now.
Because I have said it. I don't even have my phone with me.
Doesn't matter.
My watch.
Yep, your watch. You're on the list now.
Anyways, so basically what happened here is Perfect Moment had a photo shoot at Aspen. I am not 100% sure whether that photo shoot was sanctioned or not, which I suppose would add an interesting layer to this. But they did a photo shoot at Aspen, and one of the photos basically of Aspen was printed on a printed on a line of jackets and leggings.
Without consent from Aspen Skiing Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I understand. I think you could look at this and not understand it and think oh, it's like a picture of a mountain, but it is kind of like their brand. The mountain is kind of your brand, and they're
yeah. Especially if you're really comparing upscale clothing and outerwear to that same strata of resort.
Yeah.
I think that makes it a little bit more dicey.
Would you like a quote from the lawsuit?
Love one.
Perfect Moment's attempt to trade on, I'm going to say ASC, this is Aspen Skiing Company, so Perfect Moment's attempt to trade on ASC's reputation and goodwill deceives consumers into believing that Perfect Moment is affiliated with or endorsed by ASC, causing ASC both monetary and reputable damage.
I mean, I understand them saying that they're not partners. This is not a partnership, and you're profiting off of what you're making look like a partnership.
Yep.
I don't know how it's bad for ASC.
So, I am curious, perhaps they produce something similar.
Yeah.
I bet they are in the business of selling clothing that shows images of Aspen.
Right.
These are educated guesses. So I think that's probably enough to point at just right there.
Right.
Is no, we sell this over here that's very similar. You can't do that. It's causing monetary damage because they're not buying that from us. They're buying it from you.
Yeah.
I think the reputable damage is harder to quantify.
Versus we are not affiliated with you. Don't make it look like we are.
Right.
I think that's the bigger sticking point.
Yeah. But pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And as always, you can find a link to the written article where you'll learn more about it, and then follow links in the written article to the actual in-depth stuff. So if you're curious to learn more about this, you can do so. And then if that one was short, Bob, this one's going to be really short. This is just so far away from being relatable or
actionable.
Yeah, I don't understand how this matters to me at all. North Korea looks to invite Russian tourists to increase their ski resort revenue.
So we just got our passports for the kids.
You're gonna go to North Korea?
So the discussion has been, where are we gonna go? And we don't have any. I think that they were under the assumption that we had all these trips planned to these foreign countries. And we're like, no, we needed them. Who knows? In case you get on a plane and you need a passport. But
you just drive over the border.
Right, just to make sure they work.
Yeah.
But at any rate, the conversation turned recently into, where can't we go? And I was like, well, I don't think we can go to Cuba. I don't think we can go to North Korea. And I think that's about it. There might be somewhere else that the U.S. passport isn't isn't valid in, but
Yeah, good question.
but the Russia to North Korea thing, they're opening that travel lane. Like
Right.
North Korea is doing it to get Russian tourism dollars in.
Yeah.
So, long way around me putting my personal recent story into this already short
Sure.
topic, but
Yeah.
an interesting move on behalf of the North Koreans.
It's a long flight anyways,
Yeah.
but it's a big commitment
Well, I'm not going past Japan
to
to
get
go
to
to
North
go to
Korea.
North Korea.
I think that's
So-
fair. You go past all sorts of things.
Right.
You fly
Colorado,
right over
Utah.
Whistler, yeah.
California.
But anyways, I thought that was interesting, and a little backstory here. We talked about this way back in February of 2020, and how North Korea was making a push to have more ski resorts. And fast forward almost 4 years, and they are failing.
Yeah.
But I probably could have told you that that was going to happen. Fourth topic of the week, Bob, I just wrote down snow tunnel.
I think that's all you need.
So a video has been circulating on social media showing a tunnel that spins. You accurately equated it to the exit of the fun house at a fair or carnival.
Yes.
Yep. So if you've ever done that and you have to go through the thing that spins, picture that with what looks like snow but may not actually be snow.
It looked like snow.
I know. So is it like refrigerated?
I mean, it looked like a big ice cream maker,
Yeah.
just turned on its side.
Okay. So
So-
take a big ice cream maker,
Yeah.
turn it on its side, and remove most of the ice cream but not all of the ice cream.
Yeah, just some of the ice cream on the side.
Yeah, and that's basically what you've got. And my big takeaway is that I should not be allowed to go into the snow tunnel for my own personal safety.
Maybe you'll become a snow tunnel guy.
A snow tunnel professional?
Yeah. I wouldn't cross it off your list just yet.
Do you think that's the future?
I think that's part of a scary future. I don't think it's the future, but
Sure.
Sure.
What if you had a giant snow tunnel?
Well, this one looked a little small. It looked like it was on the difficult side to
Yeah.
like link turns.
Right.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
what
it-
if you like 100 times the size of that snow tunnel?
yeah, it's like one of these things that you expect to see on like Star Wars spin-off shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's sci-fi.
Yeah. Or like the Avatar
Yeah.
world. Do you think they have snow tunnels in the Avatar world?
Well, the recent one was the water one. Maybe the next one will be
The snow tunnel.
the snow tunnel
Yeah,
one.
probably.
Can't imagine why it would be.
It just occurred to me that like the easiest way to do this is going to be put it in space.
Yeah, because it'll create its own gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thought.
Thanks. Yeah. So if the international space community could get to work on the snow tunnel,
Yep.
that'd be great. Everyone else is going to be vacationing to Mars. I'm going to be taking a shuttle to the international
Well,
snow tunnel station.
I mean, to be fair, Jeff, we didn't find a location on this snow tunnel in the article or video, did we?
I've spent like 7 seconds looking.
Okay. Well, in those 7 seconds, you could neither confirm nor deny that
That
it's
it's in space. It doesn't look like it's in space.
Yeah.
I just like to picture like this giant space station that spins freely, and like no friction,
Right.
or less friction.
Well, we've been talking about hover skis for years, so I think we're kind of knocking at the same door here.
So here's a question for you: how long until you can ride your hover skis to the space-based snow tunnel?
Is it like in a space station, or are we like colonized the moon or Mars at this point?
No, it's in a space station,
Yeah.
but like your hover skis can fly.
I mean, what was it, 1962 we landed on the moon? It was 60 years ago, something like that? I'm giving it 100 years.
I thought you were gonna say they've been working on the snow tunnel.
No.
Like that the moon landing was like not faked, but
Yeah.
you know, it was a facade because
They're-
really what they were doing was building the snow tunnel.
Yes. I mean, as far as conspiracy theories go, I think that
That's a good one.
this is the best one.
All right, I think we've gone far enough off topic. Thought we had 5 edits of the week. I hope I didn't miss one.
Does Snow Tunnel count as an edit as well?
No, I don't think so. I got
Oh.
mustard on the Snow Tunnel page, though.
No.
Bummer. So, edits of the week. If there were 5 and I missed one, forgive me. Just go to the article to verify. But first, we have Moving Right Along, Season 2, Episode 2 from Michaela Schifrin. I think a lot of people have been really enjoying these. You get a little bit more insight into what it takes to be Michaela Schifrin. And then with Kings and Queens 6 sort of on the horizon, this edit kind of looks into the mind game that athletes have to play, which is significant.
In that event, and others, but that's
I'd
imagine that's a big one.
So much like trust in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to really trust your strength and your composure.
And then you just have to let it all go.
You literally just yeah. When I was doing riskier things on skis, anytime I felt like unsure of myself like that, I just pointed my skis downhill.
Yeah.
Because once you start moving, you're kind of committed.
Yeah.
There's no looking back. And then anyways, we've got Promised Land, episode 4.5 from our friends at Ski the East. This time they headed over to the Adirondacks, which I'm heading to the Adirondacks on Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be skiing
I don't think you'll be doing
conditions like that. No, unfortunately. And then lastly, we have a fun edit from Deb Armstrong. Hi, Deb, if you're watching. It's been far too long. Talking about inside leg activity while carving.
I saw this one. I liked it.
Yeah. You know, Chris and I, just this morning, were talking about inside leg activity while carving, and my fiance makes fun of my inside leg activity while carving all the time. So, I should probably go watch this from start to finish.
Can't hurt.
And that's it. We're about to turn a corner here in Vermont. We've had a tough thaw, but if you live in the Northeast, if you live in the New England area, please rest assured and understand that this is far from the worst winter that we've had. I always like to check the Mount Mansfield snow stake graph because it's a really nice visual reminder of where we're at. And I believe we're around 18, 19 inches at the stake right now, which is only it's like 6 inches below the average.
I mean, it's been raining for 10 days.
I know. And if you look at the past 6 ski seasons, we're above or equal to kind of the good years.
Yeah.
And then we're still way better than the real bad years. Yeah. So far from catastrophic, but it'll be nice to have some winter weather and some snow back.
Agreed.
So that's it. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week.
See you next year.